Picture a fog-drenched night in London, 1888. A shadowy figure roams the streets, haunting the populace. This notorious character is known as Jack the Ripper. His real identity remains unknown, blending fascination with dread. Jack the Ripper brought panic to Whitechapel, a district in London. His victims, mostly women, were often tied to prostitution. A media storm amplified societal unease and curiosity about the unsolved case. This narrative exposes the deep-rooted issues of that era. Widespread poverty and grim living conditions created fertile ground for criminal activities. Law enforcement battled to safeguard citizens while attempting to uncover the truth. Let's unpack the enigma step by step. Investigators collected evidence, yet significant hurdles stood in their way. Eyewitness accounts frequently clashed, revealing inconsistencies. Lacking modern technology made resolving crimes immensely challenging. His horrific methods sent shockwaves through society. He wielded a knife with chilling precision, forever marking his legacy. Each murder deepened the myth, sparking wild theories about his true nature. Today, Jack the Ripper remains a compelling figure in our culture. Television shows like Dexter reference him often. This connection shows how legendary figures like Jack persist in our collective memory. Reflect on the dread evoked by the Victorian fog, it resonates with sentiments found in today's thrillers. This haunting tale continues to inspire adaptations and discussions in the modern era. In essence, Jack the Ripper embodies a grim chapter in history. His story has shaped our perceptions of serial killers. The shadow of his crimes continues to loom large even now. If you're intrigued by true crime or history, dive deeper into the subject. Explore documentaries or novels featuring this chilling figure. Discover how the past echoes into our present. As the clock approached midnight, the fog thickened, swirling down the cobbled streets of Whitechapel, muting a palpable sense of dread hung in the air, as though then, a scream sliced through the stillness, sending icy shivers through anyone still awake. The sound reverberated through alleyways, a grim reminder of the danger prowling in the dark. A few courageous souls peered out from behind their curtains, hearts racing, exchanging anxious glances. Was it another victim? The community buzzed with whispers of Jack the Ripper's latest onslaught. Men and women clustered together, sharing theories, and the fog enveloped everything more tightly, as the enigmatic killer inched toward infamy. The eerie mist mingled with the fearful murmurs from the shadows. A cloaked figure emerged, faceless, with glinting eyes like daggers. He moved with a disturbing calmness. Every stride was intentional, leaving an eternal impression on London's. As the last scream faded, he paused, listening intently, savoring the tension thick in the air. An unseen thrill coursed through him. He was not just with every passing heartbeat. The legend of Jack the Ripper solidified, his dark essence entwined with the very. This fog-drenched night sealed history in blood, as the pages trembled, anticipating the horrors yet to unfold. Suddenly, a woman stumbled into the warm light of a street lamp, her face pale and wide-eyed with terror. She glanced nervously around, clutching her shawl tightly, as if it could shield her from the lurking danger. Taking a tentative step, she felt the weight of risk pressing down upon her, like the fog surrounding her. Every creak of the cobblestones echoed warnings while the wind whispered chilling tales of terror. Jack the Ripper was not merely a name, he represented The woman paused, her breath visible in the night's cold, merging with the mist. Her instinct screamed for her to hurry home, yet something kept her rooted in place. Shadows flickered along the walls, twisting into grotesque shapes that taunted her with every heartbeat. A distant sound made her flinch, as if the air had whispered the name that plagued her nightmares. Jack. The hushed stories of horror looped in her mind like a terrifying film. She glanced again, sensing unseen eyes upon her, the weight of the atmosphere crawling under her skin. The echo of the earlier scream lingered heavily, reminding her of the danger lurking on every street. Her heart raced intensely, urging her to flee from an unseen fate closing in. Desperation clawed at her resolve, propelling her to take another cautious step, yearning to blend into the shadow. In that piercing moment, reality struck her with pain. The streets were unsafe, and she was merely a pawn in Jack's. With trembling hands, the night pressing down, she turned and fled down a narrow lane. The cobblestones felt harsh beneath her feet, shadows stretching menacingly like they sought to capture her. She held her breath, straining to detect any hint. Each second dragged, stretching her anxiety into a tangible force, clinging tightly like fog. Doubts clouded her thoughts. What if he was near? What if her efforts proved meaningless? The tales of those who vanished echoed ominously in her mind, chilling her spirit. At a split in the road, fear compelled her to choose. She veered left into narrow passageways, hoping to escape, yet, with every step deeper into the city, the oppressive sensation of being hunted haunted her. Whitechapel at the entrance of a new path, she hesitated, paralyzed by primal fear. Casting a final glance over her shoulder, heart racing, she spotted a flicker of movement from the shadows ahead. The streetlight struggled to penetrate the fog, revealing a watchful figure. Its outline dim yet undeniably, panic surged through her, a primal reaction to the implied threat looming nearby. She forced her legs into action, adrenaline surging within, urging her to run. With each footfall echoing on the cobblestones in the night's quiet, she avoided looking back. Every fiber of her being cried out for escape, to elude the chilling legacy of Jack the Ripper haunting her, praying that the fog felt alive, winding around her like tendrils, propelling her faster down the street. Each breath came quick and sharp, dread trailing closely behind her. Deep in her mind, she clung to hope that safety lay just ahead, thankful for the flickering light, yet realizing that as she bolted through the winding alleys, urgency propelled her onward. The sinister atmosphere bore down heavily on her, a suffocating reminder of the dangers lurking at every turn. Just as she thought she had distanced herself from the shadows, a chilling sound rang out, a swift footfall. Her heart plummeted, each thud synchronizing with her rising fear, affirming her worst suspicions. Instinctively, she ducked into a dark alcove, pressing tightly against the cold stone, desperate for refuge. Taking a shaky breath, she listened intently, her pulse drumming in her ears, as the world outside fell into the fog wrapped around her, heavy and stifling, hiding her from the predator slinking through the street's maze. In that silence, she dared to hope she had evaded it. A fleeting thought extinguished by the unmistakable sound. The darkness she had sought felt oppressive now, every instinct warning her the killer was closer than anticipated. Determined not to join the chilling tales whispered through the fog, she fortified her resolve, preparing to slip. Cautiously peering around the corner, she surveyed the alley, heart hammering as she assessed her choices. Shadows shifted at the edges of her vision, their forms continuously morphing, while the dense fog twisted. At that moment, a sudden rustle from behind startled her into a tense stance. She held her breath, praying it was just the wind. With bated breath, she refocused on the alley, determination surging within her once more. The night was far from finished, and she resolved to break free from Jack the Ripper's dark legacy. Her spirit, the shadows whispered strength, and as tears of fear merged with resolve, she stepped forward into the murky,